After England's astonishing Ashes victory, snatched from the jaws of expected humiliation yesterday, no guess is what the British and Australian Prime Ministers sparred over this morning.
We're going to congratulate you on the Ashes.
No, we're not. We're not.
Two to go.
We're not taking anything for granted.
Two to go.
Boris Johnson must hope that the cricket miracle is an augury for how, after all, he may be able to persuade the EU to give him what he wants so he can avoid that notorious no-deal Brexit. But France's President Macron didn't lose an opportunity to remind Boris Johnson who's in charge.
Order. Order. Boris. Order.
Among the leaders who very publicly have declared friendship with Boris Johnson is Donald Trump. He said he told Johnson he'd taken his time about becoming Prime Minister, and Trump suggested to me he thought the UK would probably leave the EU without a deal.
After Brexit, who do you think will be your more important relationship? President Macron, France and the EU, or Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
Boris has to try and do something with Brexit. It's very tough. I deal with the EU. The EU that's a very, very strong group of people. They have their ideas, and they're not easy to deal with, I will tell you. The European Union is very tough to make deals with. Very, very tough. Just ask Theresa May.
So what did Boris Johnson make of that?
America's president implied just now that he thought there'd be a no-deal Brexit. Do you agree with that?
What I heard him say was that the EU are tough negotiators. That's true, but then so are the Americans, and so indeed are the Australians and the New Zealanders. Everybody's a tough negotiator. You're a pretty tough negotiator, I expect. So, look, but that doesn't mean we won't do a deal.
And what did Boris Johnson have to say to MPs who will tomorrow urge him in a declaration to pledge not to suspend Parliament to force through a no-deal Brexit without their permission?
I think that this is really a matter for parliamentarians to get right ourselves. We asked the people to vote on whether to stay in or to leave the EU. They voted overwhelmingly. They voted very substantially to leave. And I think people have just about had enough of this conversation. And I think they're yearning for a moment when Brexit comes off the front pages. But that can only happen when we come out of the EU on October the 31st.
Job done. Probably no major breakthroughs at this summit, but he can say something that not all Prime Ministers can say. No terrible boo-boos. Robert Peston in Biarritz for ITV News.